I'm sure y'all saw what WrestleMania. Y'all watched. We got our goats. John Cena won his 17th title.
We have to take it in the chunks right now.
Yes.
The fact that we're seeing a babyface Randy Orton versus a heel
John Cena
is fun. But you have to think who's going to be the person to retire Cena. And I think the perfect way to end Cena's kind of title reign, I know we'll get there, is we have this match with Randy. Mm-hmm. And I'm just spitballing here. Heel and face, John Cena, Randy. At some point, John Cena will probably turn back to face. Do y'all think that?
No.
You think he'll retire a heel?
Yes. I think he's gonna retire a heel. They're too, at least in this very moment, they're too deep in it to just switch him. Yeah, so free Melo.
You don't think he'll ever? You don't think in a year there will ever be a character change?
He's retiring.
He's not gonna make it to the end of the year. He's done.
He's done in December. He's made it very clear.
That's the end of the year.
You said next year.
No, I said the end of the year.
I'm pretty sure you said next year, but no, I don't think they switch it. I don't see the reason. If he was ending in like next December and not this upcoming December, maybe. But with the time that's left, he'll Cena all the way.
Well, I mean, this wasn't even planned until like January because Ari Emanuel said in the call to old Dwayne, he's like, "Hey, listen, we just need to get these tickets for this B pay-per-view so you can, launch this story that you're going to be an essential part in, and then you're just going to dip for the next 2 months. You're going to leave Cody and John out to dry."
And that he did.
Awesome.
The reason I want to give y'all this like proposition and see what y'all think about this, because the reason I was talking about John Cena turning back to face is John Cena probably wins at Backlash. Okay, there's probably
he wins at Backlash.
You think he's dropping the title to Randy Orton in 2025?
He will. I think he'll probably
he will.
He'll probably like slap the ref or something.
Yeah, they're going to do the No Way Out 2008 finish.
Yeah,
100%.
He's probably going to slap the ref.
They should do it immediately.
That's how it's going to end.
5 seconds in.
Think about they revert back to like the normal John Cena Randy Orton rivalry, and Randy Orton is the one that retires him as a heel, chasing the record.
That would be so bad. You're telling me the end game of turning John Cena heel for the first time is Randy Orton getting the title back?
Who gets the title? Who retires him?
Well, I mean, I really don't know, man. It could be anyone. Literally,
it could be anyone. That's why I'm giving you this proposition.
Please,
I think I know.
Might be a Massachusetts guy. Who knows? Might drop the might give the rub to a Massachusetts guy. I couldn't really think of anyone who could be that kind of guy who could use a rub. Hasn't really been utilized well, and could probably do the job in TD Garden for. I don't know who that could be. If I had to guess,
maybe Carmelo Hayes.
I would like that. I would like that.
Just maybe.
Maybe. But again, it's gonna be mainly SmackDown stuff. So unless they do, I don't know when they're doing the draft. So I have no clue if they want to move anyone over, because it feels pretty clear to me that it's not gonna be Braun Breaker. His crowding, he's getting the Batista run from what?
Oh, we got to talk about that. Oh my gosh, we have to talk about that.
Real hoop.
My gosh,
real hoopers.
I saw
AEW real hoop. Incredible.
I saw that they're trying to find a fourth person, right? And they were like, "Oh, well, Austin Theory matches that."
Austin Theory, get him out of here.
Think about this.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
This is what I saw, and I thought it was cool based on like the connection.
It's not gonna happen.
So
thank you for your.
They need thoughts. Their what? They need their Randy Orton, right? So they have their Triple H,
Just let him
Batista and they
cook.
have the
I
Ric
want to see where
Flair.
he's gonna go with this.
They need their Randy Orton. So you get the young guy. People are saying like Austin Theory. It doesn't have to be Austin Theory, but just hear me out. You get 4 people, right? And Seth Rollins is already like Triple H's successor. He runs the pedigree. He's already there, so he already has it. What if they bring a 4th person, say it's Austin Theory, whoever, and they call the faction Revolution?
That would be so bad.
He's a revolutionary.
They're not gonna add a 4th person though.
The Revolution was a WCW stable. What?
Anyway,
Shane Douglas, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko.
Shout out Dean Malenko. But no,
I don't know
anyways,
we were allowed to name drop Chris Benoit in 2025.
Oh, we did.
I mean, he was there.
he was there.
He was WCW champion. The Revolution.
Sorry, back to John Cena. Back to John Cena.
Sorry. I'm gonna name off some names that he's bound to go through before retiring it. I don't want to name my guy X. I just want to see. I want to name some other names first, but we know we're gonna get John versus CM Punk. That feels
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's 100% happening.
That's gonna be the Money in the Bank match. I feel like we get a John versus Roman at some point. It's less likely, but I've knowing their obsession with Roman Reigns, they could.
I could see it, but it's like he's taking time off now. And then when he comes back, he's clearly doing something with Rollins and then Braun. So
I think we'll get. I feel like we'll get a one-off with LA Knights just to say that they had the match.
Well, I mean, Cena's mainly a SmackDown guy, so I could definitely see that.
And then not knowing when the draft is really affecting me because I want Gunther versus John at some point, but as long as Gunther's still on Raw, we can't get that, which really sucks for me. I would pay so much money to see that match happen just because I just want to see Gunther drop the living hell out of John.
My thing now is I'm just no longer expecting good matches at this point. I going into that Mania match, I'm thinking we're getting work rate Demon Cena, like 15 to 17 Cena. That was not the case. So my expectations for these matches are just kind of just whatever. I think I'm far more interested in the mid card, really of both major companies at this point, but specifically WWE. And I just don't really know if Cena's going to be able to like work like true main event caliber matches at this point. And I feel like if that's the case, you have to pick the right guy for him to go over on. And you could argue Cody. Like I think Cody winning it would be fine. I just don't think
that's kind of my
story 2.0.
Yeah,
that's what I
could work.
Like they'll do at some point like Saturday Night Main Event in December. They'll have Cody get it back. That's kind of what I think will happen, but I just what do y'all think? Who is y'all's dream person that he loses it to?
Carmelo Hayes. You called up Braun Breaker from NXT, and he's been dynamite. He's been one of their best outright performers, period, since they've called him up. Who else have they called up since then? Since really the initial 2.0 group, him, he's been booked really, really good. I would say Lyra Valkyria kind of in that group has been booked really good. Really, a lot of their 2.0 NXT guys that they've brought up and booked great, except Carmelo Hayes. And right now they're on the same brand because a lot of Cena's upcoming dates are like SmackDown. Like the Raw he worked the night after Mania was like the last scheduled Raw appearance he has for like months and months and months. It's basically the SmackDown and a couple of Saturday night's main events. If there's someone you can give the rub to, you know he can talk, you know he can work, and he can be every bit as good as a Braun. He can be every bit as good as Braun Breaker. They just haven't really given him the opportunity. And I think the key thing here is you have to make a star. Like, which is why, like, the idea of him losing the Randy Orton, like, really, that's the end game here. He loses the Randy Orton at, like, year 45. Like, all right, sure. Cody would be fine. I don't think it would be great, but, like, if that's the end game, like, you can sell me on that probably. And then, who else? Like, I just can't see them doing it with, like, Dom or, like, Ilja Dragunov.
Oh, Ilya would be great. They won't.
Ilya would be awesome. They never do it.
Ilya, they would never do it. But so with what they're doing with Sami Zayn, you would think that I don't think this will happen. I don't think that's Sami's end game. But there's a chance he wins. I mean, I don't know.
I'm still on Randy Orton. I don't know. I like my WWE source over here is saying that the Legend Killer might return.
I don't hate
Randy Orton's he's like 10 years away from getting AARP benefits. He is a legend now. He's going to be the guy getting sent to pasture.
And I still think Randy Orton has good matches. We're not talking about.
I don't disagree
about John Cena here.
No, I don't disagree with the Randy Orton point. It's just I just don't know who that benefits at this stage, other than Randy Orton.
He doesn't have to hold a title for a year and a half.
This is like
you talk about Carmelo.
This is a
Hayes.
massive storyline. You have to have
about Carmelo.
You have to do this perfect.
The story
they wouldn't have turned
is already
the
there for Carmelo and Randy. If you want Carmelo to be the end game.
Yeah, but you got to build him up. That's why we're waiting until December. You got to build him up.
Exactly. And if Randy, what would be a better story? Randy or Carmelo, or Cena and Carmelo?
Cena and Carmelo Hayes, 100%. Both Massachusetts kid. One guy in the way out, one guy in the way up. And then you do a blow off.
Jack's really selling me on this logic, and that's why
it's good if they build it up, but there's nothing there right now.
That's why.
I don't trust Road Dogg Jesse. Oh, don't even Road Dogg. This dude has 3 hours to work with on the USA Network every week. Three whole American hours. You understand?
And right now, all they're using him for is a tag team with the Miz.
We can't get Carmelo Hayes anything. We can't get Andrade. Remember Andrade? Remember him? Remember they brought him back? He had that best of 7. He's done nothing since. Remember that? Nope. It was pretty cool.
Even then, technically, they're still tied 3-3. As soon as they do the 7th match.
Remember Dragon Lee? Remember that? Remember that ex-IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champ? Remember him? Remember when he did things? That was pretty cool.
He got benched for Ray Phoenix.
I was informed by Nick Khan that they don't bench guys. So I don't know what we're talking. I was informed very explicitly by Nick Khan that we don't sign guys to bench him. I don't know why you'd be implying that. Connor Davis. I don't like that.